Ah, good. The clock's a little fast. Okay, good afternoon and welcome to this beautiful place of service. I am Sharon Clark, your practitioner for the day, and we have an incredible speaker again, Carlo Navarro's, and we have a very, what would you call it, energetic service filled with love, just waiting for your enjoyment. We welcome you here, knowing that wherever you are on your path, it's a good place to be here. It's a place where there's openness, growth, alignment, a lot of love, a lot of okayness to be who you really are, and to move through your life as a trooper, literally marching through it, empowered by being with us and being with your own perfect essence. We encourage all of you to join in, whether online or here, in the absolute feeling of being the perfect person in the perfect place in these perfect moments. The essence. Okay, and now it is time for me to welcome Renee with our announcements for the week.
All right, I'll just speak up. How y'all doing?
Great.
Hey, good to see everybody. Look at all those smiling faces. Yay. All right. Happy birthday to everyone born in June. Wishing you the happiest birth month. Today at 2:30, we will celebrate Pride Month with a potluck. Enjoy and share some colorful and delicious food. Fundraisers. Our community vegetable garden boxes are ready for spring and summer plants and fertilizer. Speak to Tiffany Lee as she's standing. Hey. Speak to her if you can help. Please note that on your donation, if you're writing a check, is for the garden fund, and Tiffany and her volunteers will take care of the rest. Current events. Looking for talent? Oh, wait. Looking for talent. Sunday service is played on YouTube and Facebook. We envision it looking and sounding as good online as it is in person. If you are that person or know someone who can help, please talk to Bruce. So that's technical stuff. And that's Bruce there in the back waving his hand. Okay. Calling all volunteers. Our community grows stronger because of the love and participation of each person who says yes to serving. Yay! And yay, yes, yay, okay. We're currently looking for volunteers to help support our center and upcoming events. Whether you have a little time or a lot, your presence truly makes a difference. If you feel called to contribute, we would be so grateful to have you join us. Who do you talk to for that? We have several board members here. Yeah. Oh, okay. There's two. Yes, right up front. Okay. Talk to Stacy or Tiffany. Dina Efferson Williams will strengthen your mind and body with her yoga classes every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. A $20 love donation is gratefully accepted. Yeah, love. Where did that come from? Sunday, June 14th. Ooh, next Sunday. is our Juneteenth celebration. Yay, yes. After service at 2:30, a celebration of freedom, culture, community, and joy. Bring your family and friends as we celebrate heritage, hope, and the power of community, together with food and fun. More food. Food is good. Yeah. Stacy's New Moon Sound Bath is on Monday, June 15th at 7 p.m. It's a week from tomorrow. Sonically connect to the moon with crystal singing sound bowls. This meditation experience is a $20 donation, and you will be fed sonically. More food, right? Okay. Our monthly men's group meets on Tuesday, June 16th at 6 p.m. The men's group is a place where men can share their experience, strength, and wisdom with peers, showing support for each other through difficult situations, nurturing relationships and fellowship. Sunday, June 21st, yay, mark your calendar, at 2:30. Jamie Lula, award-winning singer, songwriter, performing artist, recording artist, and teacher, will provide we'll be doing a concert and we'll provide music for our service, and afterwards we'll have a concert. Cost is a $25 donation. On Saturday, June 27th at 1 p.m., Reverend Jessica Fish facilitates a Zoom bereavement support group. Click on the art in the weekly email bulletin or go to our website for more information. Our Authentically Me women's group meets the third Sunday at 2:30 on June 28th. 28th, is that the thing? Okay, yeah. Each moment in this group is designed to bring joy and laughter into your life. This group, it's the fourth Sunday of every month. I didn't think that was right. So the fourth Sunday of every month, which will be the 28th of this month. On Wednesday, July 1st at 6 p.m., the Spanish language study group is facilitated by That's Reverend Esperanza. I'm just kind of condensing things to get through this quickly. Now, where was I? And that's as far as I'm going. I'm not going to, I'm brutalizing the English language. I'm certainly not going to try the Spanish. Okay. Save this date to celebrate Saturday, July 25th at 1 p.m. That's next month, the 25th, Saturday. Yes, Senior Minister Reverend Esperanza Ramos will have her installation ceremony. So let's all show up for that, all those that can. All right. Compassionate Care Team. If you know of someone in our spiritual community that is having health challenges in the hospital or is otherwise in need of support, please contact Joan McLaughlin. Is anyone here for the first time? Okay, well that makes it easy. I can skip all that. Glad you all came back. Good to see you all. We have many ways to keep you informed. Sign up for our weekly email bulletin or scan the QR code for our website. And the QR code is on the back door there at the sanctuary. For those of you who still like paper, a brochure is on the table at the back of the sanctuary. Or check out the bulletin board in Friendship Hall. At the end of our service, you're welcome to experience a 2-minute tune-up with one of our practitioners. Your silence and respect is greatly appreciated during this time, and we ask you to leave the sanctuary and close the doors so we have a quiet space for prayer after the service. Thank you all so very much. Ladies.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. It is June. That means new songs. And this month's theme is about love. So this song is called Love Is My Decision by Daniel Lamont, and it's a reminder that we get to decide about how we love, who we love, where we love, why we love. It's my decision. It's up to me to give all my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that road. Love is my decision. No one else can make me feel good. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Decision, right here and It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can ride in my road. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can ride in my road. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and
That was wonderful. Great decision. Etta is going to come up to be my candle lighter today, and we're doing the Lighting the Flames of Faith, the call to service. Thank you, Etta. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all sentient beings, and those non-sentient, come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of religious thought and experience, and we honor that today here. It lights the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous peoples, a way of primal spirituality. It lights the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, deep devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. It lights the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring Christ's consciousness and his path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God, the highest will, the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring a path of unity and peace. It lights the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring a metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles applied with great love and law. It lights the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives, and for the space we're holding for them here in our hearts and in this center. And as we light the healing candles, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to experience that incredible healing flame, God's love. Thank you. We are lit. Okay. My reading today is from the book of Awakening, as usual, by Mark Nepo. It's actually kind of close to, usually the days are given one day a year. It's kind of close to the one that it is. Mark says, love like water. Only love with no thought of return can soften the point of suffering. Water, in its clear softness, fills whatever hole it finds. It's not skeptical or distrusting. It doesn't say this gully is too deep and that field is too open. Like water, the miracle of love is that it covers whatever it touches, making the touched thing grow while leaving no trace of its touch. True, the faces of shores and the arms of cliffs are worn to bone, but this is beyond the water's doing. This is the progress of life, of which water is but an element. Most things break instead of transform because they resist. The quiet miracle of love is that without our interference, it, like water, accepts whatever is tossed or dropped or placed into it, embracing it completely. Of course, we are human and are easily hurt if not loved back or if loved poorly. But we waste so much of life's energy by deliberating who and what shall be worthy of our love, when in the deepest elemental sense, these choices are not in our province, any more than rain can choose what it shall fall upon. Certainly, we need to make decisions. Who will I spend time with? Who will I learn from? Who Who will I live with? Who will I marry? But beneath all that, the element of love doesn't stop being elemental. It does not stop covering everything before it. And over a lifetime, the pain of withholding this great and quiet force is more damaging than the pain of being rejected or loved poorly. For love, like water, can be dammed, but toward what end? In truth, the more we let love flow through, the more we have to love. This is the inner glow that sages and saints of all ages seem to share. The wash of their love over everything before them. Not just people, but birds and rocks and flowers and the very air. Beneath the many choices we have to make, love like water flows back into the world through us. It's the one great secret available to all. Yet somewhere the misperception has been enshrined that to withhold love will stop hurt. In truth, it's the other way around. As water soaks scars, love soothes our wounds. If open to, love will accept the angrily thrown stone, and our small tears will lose some of their burn in the great ocean of tears, and the arrow released to the bottom of the river will lose its point. Some of these beautiful words of love that surrounds us. Let's gently go into the invocation. Allow your eyes to flow down. And know that in this moment of time, the preciousness of the instant, that love is the only reality. It is what holds everything up. It is the very energy that flows to, from, around, through, as, and flies in every crevice. So that love is here, holding us up, holding our breath, releasing our breath, letting our heart beat, giving us smiles, connecting us to each other, and being the essence of everything that is created. And knowing this, we bless this service and all the parts of it, all those who are here, all of us who contribute to the incredible beingness of this time, place, and space. We are the blessed, for we are blessing, and love is always there as the answer to everything there is. Knowing these words of truth, we let our hearts just fill with gratitude for love as we embrace it, extend it, and say, it goes forth and it is there always. And so it is.
So it is. Oh, this song is a flash from the past called Put a Little Love in Your Heart by Jackie DeShannon.
Love in your heart,
As you look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I'm hoping you decide kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you, and me, just wait and see.
Yes.
This much. Okay. It's that wonderful part in our service where we get to hear the incredible presence, the words, the essence, the beingness of Carlos. He's going to bring us his What is Love, or maybe something different. He's flexible. He's flexible. So just relax, open up, and absorb the amazingness. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You made me so good. And today I have to tell you, my topic is, I want to know what love is, which is the topic of today. So I'm just going to get my stuff together here, just because I have notes. So this is usually how it hits me. I don't write anything down. I write words and like a sentence, because when I'm walking, using my dogs, that's when it hits me. And I go, okay, God, I'm going to write it down, and I hope it makes sense when I talk about it on Sunday, right? So first of all, what I want to do, I want each and every single one of you to do me a favor and place your hands on your heart. Like seriously, place your hands on your heart. You too, young lady. Yes. Yeah, I don't want you to miss your blessing. Put your hand in your heart. That's right. Everybody, right? And I want you to look around. Seriously, look around. Like, don't be shy. Don't let ego. Look around. That is what love looks like. You want to know what love is? It looks like the person to your right. It looks like the person to your left. It looks like the person behind you, in front of you. That's what love looks like. So if you want to know what love is, first claim it and know it for yourself. First know that you are love. You are love. Know that. You come from it. You were created from it. You exude it. You create it. You are love manifest in physical form. The activity of love is you in physical form. Don't forget that. Especially you, my young one. Don't forget that. And I say that, and I'm going to go a little bit off of what I was going to say, simply because you just brought that to me. You know, we tell our children so many things that are important, right? Don't talk to strangers. Don't walk alone. Don't get in a car with a stranger. Don't do this. Don't do that. But we don't tell them the most essential things. We look at our children and look at their faces and say, do you realize how lucky I am that you chose me to be your parent? Do you realize how lucky I am that you chose me to be your father, that you chose me to be your mother? Do you realize that you are love manifest? You get that, my love. We don't tell that to our children because we think they know it. They go, well, of course my child knows that I love them. Of course my child knows that they're loved. No. No. We take time telling them bedtime stories. Right? Sleeping Beauty. Tell them that bedtime story. Tell them the bedtime story about how they actually came from love. Directly from love. Tell them that bedtime story. So then, when they get older, and someone comes and tries to pretend or show them what their version of love is, they're going to go, absolutely not. I come from a household where I know that I am love. I am raised by love. I am surrounded by love. So what you're showing me isn't it, bud. Keep it moving. Right? So, again, the topic of today is, I want to know what love is. So really quick, when you guys hear, I want to know what love is, what comes to mind? The moment I saw the first post, because I didn't know what the theme was for the month, because I spoke last week, and then I think Wanda puts it out on Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. So I saw the thing, I want to know what love is. Literally, the first thing that came to my mind was Journey, right? Because that's the song. That's the song. I've got to take a little time. I was going to bring the lyrics, right? I was going to bring the lyrics. Because for me, I always say that my love for gospel music introduced me that I could be ministered through music. That music could minister to me, that music could move me in a way that it inspires me, that it moves me, that it brings me joy, that it makes me cry, but from a place of beauty, of love, of just understanding. So I've got to take a little time to think things over. I better read between the lines in case I need them when I'm older. Right? Read between the lines. The between the lines, right, is that place of our true spirit. Because remember, I was talking about this last week, that the first voice that we hear is the voice of pure spirit. That's the first voice. That's the voice that says, do it. Yes, of course you got this. The second voice is the voice of doubt, fear, worry, lack, and limitation that goes, no, you're too old, you're too young, you're too tall, you're too skinny, you're too this, you're too that. But because we've heard that voice for so long, we think that's voice number one. So we pay attention to it first. And we go, oh, you're right. I'm not going to do it. Right? So in this, for me, the between the lines, which instead it should be the whole visual of our life, but to me instead between the lines are those moments where we get glimpses of recognizing, oh, wow, I am love. The between the lines are those moments where we recognize, oh, wow, right here, right now, right where I am, what God is. In between the lines are those moments where we grasp our true and absolute greatness, because we're going to need them when we get older. We're going to need that awareness, because as we get older, we get more fragile. Things start to happen. So I need to know that as I continue to get older, regardless of how old I am physically, I'm eternally in spirit, right? Remember, last week we talked about mountains, right? Now, this mountain I must climb feels like the world is upon my shoulders. Remember, we said that the climb is a human experience. The mountain represents our ascension, our walking up to our knowingness of our oneness, where we become enlightened and recognize who and what we truly are, right? That's the mountain. What we carry on our shoulders is our everyday, the upbringing, the socialization, the culturalization, the familiar agreements. That's the stuff that we carry above us, right? In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. When we talked about that the last time, there's a part, once we realize who we really are, who we truly are, life shows up and we go, wow, here we go again, right? Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. So what I'm imploring to all of us is that when life shows up, this is not the moment for us to stop. This is not the moment for us to give up. This is not the moment for us to go, wow, just when I thought I was embracing the fact that I'm one with God, all of a sudden I get the diagnosis that cancer is experienced into my body. I had to be able to stand in that knowing and go, that is an experience that is moving through me. It's not who I am. Those are those moments. That's what this is about, right? So I just thought I wanted to share that because the lyrics is really what does it for me. Now, I want to share something with you, right? The most extraordinary act of love is that God in its infinite wisdom had a thought of love and called it you. Did you guys catch that? I'm going to read that again. The most extraordinary, so think about this, God in its infinite wisdom, right? God in its most high God. The most extraordinary act of love is that God in its infinite wisdom had a thought of love and it called it you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. God called it you. So much love it has because that is exactly what it is, love. So God is love. It's nothing but love. right? That's what, for me, when people make their transition, I go, wow, they've gone back and to return, not only to the life they were, the love they were, but the love that they came and they were made from, right? So much love it has, because that is exactly what it is. It's love, that it wanted to create another expression of it and live its experience through it. And as it is so, it made me and you. So God, in its infinite wisdom, had a thought of love, called it us, and then said, wait, that's not enough. Now I want an expression of it. I want an expression of the love that I am to be physically manifest in human form. Oh, I'm going to call it Susan. I'm going to call it Stacy. And I'm now going to have my experience through it. So now, in the most act of love, so already, right, I come in here fully already not only from love, I am made out of love, I am love. That is who I am, already having done nothing, right? So you're in the hospital, mother gives birth, doctor grabs you, little spank of the tush, you've done absolutely nothing, and you are already a pure descendant of love without having done anything. Right? Because that's what made you, that's what delivered you, that's what brought you into this, right? I am love, I am made from love, I express love, and then here's the interesting part about us human beings, right? Because we forget that, because who tells us this, right? I'm love, I'm made from love, I express love, and then I spend the great part of my life until I wake up wondering what I can do to be worthy of someone else's love. Isn't that crazy? Right? Because we don't know that. Because no one has told me. By the way, my beloved, my beautiful child, since I was little, imagine if we grew up with that understanding, with that knowing. Imagine if we grew up knowing that I am love, I am made from love, I was created for love. Do you think I would be looking for the approval of somebody else? Do you think that I would be looking to see if somebody else defines me worthy of being loved? Not when I know that I'm love itself. Love doesn't need love's approval because love is love. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? It's no different than the fish swimming in the ocean going up to the fish going, hey, have you heard of this thing called water? Took a couple of us a little bit to say that. Wait, but the fish is swimming in water. Why would it ask, where is water? Because that's who we are. We are swimming in this ocean of love. And we walk around and go, hey, do you think I'm worthy of you loving me? What can I do for you to find me worthy of loving me? How could I gumby myself? How could I bend myself? How could I become differently? How should I speak? How should I talk? How should I act? How should I perform? What should I do for a living? What can I do so that you can start loving me and you forget that, wait a minute. Not only do I come from love, I'm swimming in an ocean of love, and now I'm asking this person if they find me worthy of love? But I'm the one that needs to recognize that I am love. I come from love, right? What is that about? So this is the part that I was going to go, but seeing you, my beautiful beloved, so let's start with parenting ourselves. Tell ourselves until we believe it that we are loved. Tell our children, our grandchildren, all the children, that we tell them bedtime stories. Tell them the story of how we're made of pure love. So, it's really interesting. I went to a workshop years and years ago. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Marianne Williamson. Okay, so Marianne Williamson was doing a workshop in Los Angeles. This was my God, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago. And I went, it was like $175. I'm going to tell you the reason why I mentioned the price, right? I go see it. And this is like early on in my practice. And she's speaking, and I'm sitting in chairs, just kind of like how you guys are sitting. And she says, Marianne Williams says, now we're going to get to the part of the workshop where we're going to do some mirror work. And we're going to speak positive words to ourselves in the mirror, in front of the mirror, right? Immediately, the moment I heard that, I was like, oh, God. What did I spend $170 for some lady to tell me to stand in front of a mirror and say some nice things to myself? And yet, that same morning, I stood in front of the mirror and go, you're an ass. You're not worthy of nothing. No wonder things don't happen for you. I mean, literally, like, I would get in front of a mirror. I'm being transparent. I always tell the truth. I literally would throw things at myself and go, oh, no wonder things don't happen to you. That felt normal. Isn't that wackadoo? That felt normal. For me to scream scream at myself in the mirror, tell myself how bad I am, how not good enough I am, how that's why things don't work out for me. That's, hi, Mom? Dad, are you there? That seems normal. Someone telling me to do the same thing except opposite. To speak loving words to myself. To speak kind words to myself. That was so foreign that I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. So I spent money on some whack lady telling me to talk nicely to yourself. The two ladies next to me, ooh, they were ready. This one lady opened up her bag. She had her compact. She was like, yes. I was like I'm not kidding you. And I'm like, okay, now I got to sit next to this person. The other lady on my left, I'm not kidding you, pulled out literally a handheld mirror that she had bedazzled. Like, it was like rhinestones. She was like, this is my love mirror, honey. This is the mirror I talk love to myself. And she like grabbed it out and she was like ready, right? And this is the thing. This is what happens, right? Speaking of mirrors, when things like that happen, people become our mirrors. And we have two opportunities to either go, wow, that's wonderful. I love that they could do that for themselves. I love that they could grab a mirror. They're so ready. The moment somebody says, speak positive about yourself, boom, they were ready. Or we do what I did and diminish that so that I could feel good about myself and where I'm at and the fact that I am not ready to understand that I am love. I come from love. Love exudes me, expresses in through and as me. And so what do I got to do? I got to knock it down. So remember, when someone does that with us, when you get a new job, you write a new song, you do a new thing, and you go, hey, I wanted to share something with you, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, well, I mean, that's fine, but it's nothing. It's nothing to do with you. It's got to do with them. Because what you just did, you just placed the mirror right in front of them. And now they have the opportunity to praise you, to go, wow, good for you. Look at the way God is expressing through you. How magnificent is that? Or they get to knock it down so they could make themselves feel better. Right? Okay. So that's not the end of that workshop story. So I'm at work. This is how long ago this was. So you know now you could actually make a deposit with your phone app on the thing like that. No. This was back in the day where you flipped over your check and you wrote your name and your account numbers and then you wrote a deposit slip and you took it to the bank. Okay. So I'm at work and where my station is like this, I'm writing my checks and there is right there a mirror. Right there, right? And I'm writing my deposits and I could hear a voice going, do it. Go ahead, do it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Seriously, I'm like, I promise you that if somebody would have recorded this, they'd have been like, this man's a wackadoo, right? Because I'm writing the checks, and I could hear going, it's you here. No one else, just do it. And I'm like, no. And finally, I turn around, and I look in the mirror, and by the time I look in the mirror, I literally start crying. And I look in the mirror, and I go, I love you so much. And I started to cry because in that moment I was like, when was the last time, seriously, just think about this and you don't have to answer. And if you do, don't look to the right, look to the left. When was the last time you looked at yourself in the mirror and said to yourself, honestly, wholeheartedly, with your whole chest and heart, I love you? When was the last time you did that? When was the last time that you shared to a child, hey, sweetheart, you know what's a good habit for you to start doing? That when you look in the mirror and you brush your teeth, start telling I love you to yourself. Could you imagine the world we would have? Put a little love in your heart. The world would be a better place for me and for you. Right? If we literally just remembered. And so literally in that moment, I was like, oh my God, and I started to cry because I realized I had never said those words to myself. I had never said to myself, I love you, and meant it to the point that I started to cry. Well, that was the end of that, honey. I'm not telling myself I love me. Seriously, at that time, we had answer machines. For those of you that are young, you could look it up on Wikipedia, you could Google. There were these machines that if somebody called you and you would leave a cute little message, sometimes people would leave songs, and then you would hear them be like, oh, I know, I want to do that. I want to leave a song too, like they did. That's kind of cool, right? And depending on the beeps, or the little light, that's how you knew if you were popular. Because, right, if there was just one little single beat, you'd be like, oh, and most likely it was a bill. Hi, by the way, I don't know if you're aware, you still haven't paid your bill yet, you know what I mean, right? So what I started doing, honestly, I got true story, I started calling myself. At home, I did. I started calling myself, and I go, I just want you to know that I love you. And I want you to know that I'm really proud of you. Look at you with your own business. Look at you just got yourself, you finally leased a brand new car. I just want you that I'm so happy, I love you so much, you're doing so great, you keep up the great work, I love you. Just want you to know that. Boom, and I would hang up, right? So I would come home. At that time, I had my cat, Blasio. And Blasio would jump on me like this, and he would put his little paws around my neck, and I would go like this, and I would play the answer machine, and I would hear this message. They would go, hey, I just want you to know that I love you, and you're doing great. And I was like, well, that's so nice. But by that time, I realized it was me, right? But by that time, I already felt good. It already was a good feeling. By the time the message ended, I was like, oh, that was me. But when I first heard it, I was like, oh, how nice is that? I love you. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. But seriously, I know it sounds funny or whatever, but why don't we do that? Why don't we do that to ourselves? Why don't we give our own selves a pat on the back? But instead we're walking around, asking the question, I want to know what love is, instead of knowing, I know that I am loved. I don't need to know what it is. I am it. I am it. I'm the representation of it. I am the walking manifestation of love. I am love in activity. I am love manifest. So I no longer have to ask, I want to know what love is. I have to now proclaim, I am the love that is. Right? I no longer have to ask. Now I have to walk in. I have to walk into a room and people go, oh, I don't know, something happened in this room right now when this young person just walked in. Notice how I said young person? Right? Right? When this young man named Carlo walked in, something shifted. The same thing for all of us. For someone that you're so clear about who you are that you know that. So as you all know, I love words. And I wanted to share, because I think it's important. I think for me, the fact that English is a second language, every time I look at a word, I always want to know like the depth, the interesting. So, know. The perceive or understanding as fact or truth, to apprehend clearly with certainty. That's what it means to know. Right? To have established or fixed in the mind or memory. That means that with absolute certainty or clarity, I want each and every single one of us to walk around knowing that we are loved, with that level of clarity, with that level of certainty. Not I'm hoping I'm loved, I'm wishing I'm loved, I'm praying that love shows up as me. No. With a level of certainty to go, no, I am love. I came from love. Love, God, that is love, like I said earlier, in its highest expression of love, had a thought about love and called it each one of us. And then it wasn't done then. Then it said, now I want to create it, each one of us, and then live my experience through them. That's the greatest act of love. And I'm walking around wondering if somebody loves me or not. When the one that matters, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and everything in between, that which is back of all things, already showed me that it created me out of love, and because it loved me so much, it wanted to see me in person. And I'm worried about how other people think about me? I'm worried if other people love me? When that which matters, that which created everything that is seen and unseen, created me exactly the same with the same vision. The same vision that it created me is the same vision which it created Niagara Falls, and the Grand Canyon, and an oak tree, and polar bears, and eagles. That same awe that you look at an eagle and you go, God, what a majestic being. Start seeing yourself that way. We look at things, books, magazines, National Geographic, we go, oh my God, what a majestic being. Look how beautiful. Whoa, look at that. If you don't believe God can do that, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't believe God when you see something like that, start believing that about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Start walking by a mirror and go, oh, what a majestic being. For real. But we don't. We don't, because we were brought up, especially thinking like, oh, well, look at you, you're too big for your britches. Or you think you're better than, or you think you're better than people. Isn't that funny? The same people who love us teach us to dim our light. The same people who love us say, hey, you're being too funny, too loud. Oh, don't dance like that. Don't sing like that. Don't express yourself like that. So then we're wandering around while we go, oh, that's funny. Like I couldn't tell myself that I'm what a majestic being. Why? You claim it for another being. You see a beautiful bison, you go, oh my God, what a majestic being. wow, look what God can create. We do that with them, and then with us, we don't do that. Instead, we're walking around asking for approval, wanting to know if it's okay. Right? Someone I know, my brother, Yurish, who I call my brother from another mother, just launched an amazing tool that will literally transform people's lives, right? That work with teams, public speaking, facilitation programs, etc. Just a brilliant thing, right? And we were having a conversation, we had these conversations, and he said, my brother, the chatter is so huge about where I have the approval, right? Because when we're about to release something, whether it's a song, an album, I'm going to do a singing bowl thing as Jason's going to do, or anything else that each one of us does, right? We're going to present something. There always comes this thing of like, will it be approved? Will people approve it? Will people like it? Will they think it's okay? Right? And I understand why we would need to do that, especially if the thing we're going to do actually, it has to do with a consumer buying it or reading it or whatever it is. But here's something that we forget. We forget that the reality is that that idea, the dream, came to you, not through you. Came through you, not to you. It came through you. God in his infinite wisdom plays that thought, that idea on you, so it already has the stamp of approval. It's God approved. What? It's God approved. God already approved it. That's why it plays the idea through you, or it wouldn't have placed the idea. It wouldn't have. God, there is no such God that has the need to put something inside you, an idea, a thought, a dream, so that it would fail. There is no such God that would do that. Our mind will have us thinking that. But there's no such power, there's no such presence. So I said that to him. I said, wait a minute. The idea that you have, that you think you hatched, came through you. You tapped in, the idea came through you, and something within you went, oh my God, this is going to be fantastic. Yes, and we go with that. Until it's time to launch it, then we go, and then doubt comes in. Right? Doubt comes in. And what we forget is that those are crazy thoughts. Right? One of the things that I had to study was the Aramaic Bible. And in the times of Jesus the Christ, that's actually what they spoke. They spoke Aramaic. Right? They didn't speak Latin or Greek or Roman. They spoke Aramaic. It's considered a lost language. Do you know that in Aramaic, Satan, directly translated from Aramaic, means crazy thoughts? Isn't that crazy? No, but seriously, but yet we're all walking around taking what the world has told us it means as it's so. Instead of going, well, hold on a second, where did that word first come from? Let me do my own investigation before I give it this word credit or fall into what people think it is like or not like, right? Why do I share that? Because when I was doing my Sunday service via Facebook, when the pandemic hit and I was doing it online, I would go to the Science of Mind to look for stories that I could talk about. And I came across a story, and then I went and looked into the Aramaic Bible, when Jesus the Christ goes up to Mount Olive. And according to the story in the Bible, that's when Satan comes in and tries to change Jesus' mind from living out his prophecy, from living out what he was meant to do. Right? He was going to talk him out of it. No, are you sure? Why do you want to do that? Give your life for these people? They're not going to do that, right? And then Jesus the Christ said, Satan, get thee behind me. Remember, we talked about this last week, Jesus the Christ was the example, not the exception. So Jesus the Christ also had doubts. So when Jesus the Christ said, Satan, get thee behind me, what he was saying was crazy thoughts, get thee behind me. So if Jesus the Christ, the master teacher, Jesus the Christ, could have thoughts of doubt, what makes me so special that I can't have them? And if Jesus, the master teacher, who was the example, not the exception, said, wait a minute, crazy thoughts, get thee behind me, and then kept on moving forward, then what keeps me from doing that? What keeps me from saying, hey, crazy thoughts, get thee behind me. I've got this. Crazy thoughts, get thee behind me. I've got this. It's the reason why this idea, this dream, this thought, someone, we talked about this. What was this, Keith? No, 1963, when was this place created? 57? 57. 63, 57, sounds similar. Okay, right? Give or take a couple of weeks, right? A few days here and there. Well, why do I share that? Somebody, before even one wall was put up, had a vision to create a center like this here at a time when this kind of thought process, this new thought, was not popular. This was not popular. In the 50s? To say right here, right now, right where I am, God is? Blasphemy. Right? And yet, somebody said, hey, hold on a second. This thought came through me. Spirit is moving and having its way through and as me, and it created this thought for me to move through it. I'm going to move forward. And because of that, here we are. Us gathered together, having the same conversation. And then what we have to think about is what we talked about last week, is the many generations that will come after us. They will sit here and go, oh, something, I can feel the vibration, I can feel the energy. Think of our young ones and how they're going to grow. That's what gives me faith. That's what gives me hope. That's why last week when Stacy and I, and for those of you who were not here last week, I'm not trying to plug, but I am going to plug, go to the Facebook page and watch last week's service. For the first time, we did song and word together, and the song that came up for both of us that I shared with Stacy was Up to the Mountain. One of the things that I shared that is about what we're talking about right now as well. Because that song was inspired of Martin Luther King's speech, Up to the Mountain. And there's part in the speech where he says, I may not get there with you, but I'm on this fight, I'm on this struggle, because I can see what's ahead, and I don't mind that I won't be able to reap the benefits of my struggle, of my fight, because somebody else will. That's what we're doing here. We're here, we're coming together, tithing, praying, meditating, leaving vibrational frequencies so that the next generation could come and go, ooh, I just walk in the room and I feel uplifted. That's what that's about, right? So the idea, any idea that we have, came through you with everything it needs to become fully manifest. That is love. God, there is no such God that goes, okay, Carlo, I'm going to give you the idea. Everything else after that, you're going to have to take care of your own. I'm going to give you the idea. You figure it out. If it works, if it doesn't, I don't know. I want my hands clean. Absolutely not. Father, Mother, God, Divine Holy Spirit plants an idea, creates an idea into us, and then gives us everything fully to become manifest. That is love. Right? Because God planted the dream. Remember, not if. Not if. Someone's go, well, if God, no. Because God planted the dream, it also planted the way. It also planted the way. It may not be the way you envisioned, or in the timeline you were hoping, but it came fully equipped with the divine's way. That's why so many of us give up. Because it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years. Man, I've been on this journey of trying to get this book going, this record going, this thing going, this whatever going. It's been 5 years, it's been 10 years. I don't know, maybe this is the time I should give up. And the universe goes, prove me in this. You want it to be in your timeline when I know the direct perfect time. The vision that I had for last weekend service, I had that vision in 2009. 2026. But the right people needed to come together. All of the right things, all of the right places, all of the right community that said, oh yes, let's embrace it. The right center that said, oh yes, here. The right singer that said, yes, when, how, what time, what songs. Send them to me. Let's do it. Had I forced it before, it wouldn't have had the same impact for me. Let me just keep it in the eye that last Sunday service had for me. I was telling Etta, people were asking me, because I was sharing for people outside of this, that we were going to do this idea, this vision that I had. So that was being asked, so how did it go? And I said, I don't know. Right? I was telling Etta, and I don't say that because I want more like people tell me, oh, it was great. No, I'm in it. So it's hard for me to see how it's going when I'm the one in it. All I see is the faces there, and some people were crying and stuff like that. It isn't until on Monday when I see it again, or I see it for the first time on the Facebook page, and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty good. Well, like what he said right there, that's pretty good. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, because I'm watching it as the spectator. I'm watching it as the person who's watching it, right? So again, remember that rather than asking, I want to know what love is, stand and say with your full heart, I am the love that is. I am love. And watch as if things don't start turning around for you in all kinds of ways. In all ways and always. But we have to, that's a big call. We think it's easy. We think it's easy. We go, oh, I can do that. I can say I am love. But do you have what it takes for the responsibility that comes with saying that? Because understanding who and whose you really are, sometimes it comes with a lot of goodbyes. Sometimes it comes with a lot of goodbyes. And we have to be okay to realize that sometimes eternity isn't about people or forever. It's about the memories that we have. The time is now. The time is now for us to stand fully in our who and what we really are and stop asking, I want to know what love is, and start remembering, I am the love that is. Let's pray together this morning. And so indeed, how good, how great, how grand, how glorious it is. How grateful I am right here, right now. Thank you, Father, Mother God, Divine Holy Spirit. Thank you for the love that is, without any questions. The love that gives without asking for anything in return. The love that shows up as each and every single one of us. Thank you, Father, Mother God, Divine Holy Spirit, for the reminder that we no longer need to ask, I want to know what love is. But we need to stand, confirm and affirm, I am the love that is. And really, truly, and absolutely mean it. I'm grateful right here, right now for this day. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for this center. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my health and my wholeness. I'm grateful for my prosperity. And then when I say I, I'm speaking for the I that's within each and every single one of us. There is only one. So right here, right now, it is this constant, never-ending state of gratitude that leads me, that ushers me, that moves me into this state of recognition, where I recognize you, where I feel you, I see you, I hear you, I smell you, I taste you, I sense you in all things. There is no place, there is no circumstance, there is no situation, there is no event, no spot, no being where love is not. Love, another word for God. Love is in all, through all, as all. Love is back of all things, things that are seen and unseen, heard and unheard, felt and unfelt. The absoluteness of love is expressing itself in, through, and as the absoluteness of all of life. Knowing that I am all of life, I know that it's expressing itself in, through, and as my very life. The allness of it. The allness of love, the allness of God, which is one and the same. All love, all help, all prosperity, all abundance, all creativity, all wisdom, all insight, all clarity, all joy, all love, all that is good. And so it is from this place that I just speak a word of blessing right here, right now, for each and every single one of us. Knowing that we leave here today reminded, fully proclaiming and claiming, confirming and affirming that we are the love that is. So that when anyone comes in our presence, not only do they feel the love that is who and what we are, but they then get to be reminded of the love that they are. They feel that shift within themselves. They too are loved. Not only do we leave here blessed, we leave here as the blessing. Father, Mother God, I embrace not only this community, and those that are watching online, but their loved ones, and their loved ones' loved ones, and their loved ones' loved ones, and their loved ones' loved ones. And so this entire planet is blanketed by this love, is surrounded by it. It is being expressed in, through, and as it. Oh, Father, Mother, God, I return to this place of gratitude. Thank you for the knowing that not only am I here for you, I'm here as you. Thank you for the knowing that this word was so even before I spoke a word of it. And it will continue to be so. I release this word into the universal law, knowing that it has no other choice but to return completely, fully manifest as love, as peace, as joy, as health, as wholeness, as prosperity, as abundance, as wisdom, as insight, as clarity, as all that is good. I allow it to unfold with perfect ease, with precision and grace, simply by saying, and so it is.
So it is.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm always like, where am I? Where do I end up when I pray?
Thank you. That was wonderful. Fantastic. Oh, if we want to know what love is, all we just have to do is just look at you. It's true. It's true. When I want to know what love is, I pray. And this song is called Pray. It's by a wonderful musician and artist named Denise Rosier. Something stirs in my soul when I pray. Soft as a whisper it comes, centering a sacred space. Spirit meets me face to face, and I know every everything falls into place when I pray. The doors of my heart open wide, unafraid. Filled with the power as my knees hit the floor, lifting me higher than I was before. And I am changed when I pray. I pray. When I peace that's surpassing all understanding, always lifted up. Blessings, peace, blessings, praise, God is with me. Thank you pours out of me when I pray. Like a cloud that's breaking free, just like still, so my soul, my
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Beautiful song, beautiful prayer of a song. Wow. It is now our time of giving, conscious giving. I think there is a difference, sort of like there's a little more of you in conscious giving. Okay, so let's hold our intention or our heart. Hold our money over our intention and heart. And join me in these words. Today I give and love and joy from the overflow of abundance in my life. My gift goes forward to bless and uplift, fulfilling the purpose of our spiritual community. Lives are transformed. I am grateful, and so it is. And bless the money as the basket goes by.
This song is called Standing as One by Faith Rivera. I want to thank these ladies for showing up for this song because it's a doozy. It's really fun. And so I just want you to join in and just feeling the energy of it. And as we move through the month, we'll get these words down and we'll be embodying standing as one. Like we already actually are. Okay, let's go, Bruce. Child of life, yeah, are you daily special about life? Yeah, is the time right now forever will be where inside of me, how standing as one, standing as one. Yeah, I accept that I am a child of life. We will stand and turn up a little bit for humanity. Who needs the picture of an expression of that love? We will stand as one for humanity. When we accept that where is love has been forever will be, we will stand as one for humanity. When we accept that where is happening right now inside of you, we will stand as one for humanity.
Yes. For real. For real. All right. And so right here, right now, we bless the gifts, we bless the giver, knowing that it's all one. That it's all coming from a place of love, returning to love, going towards love, giving love to love, as love, in love. I bless not only this community, but I bless all that will be touched by the gifts of today. I'm grateful and thankful, and in absolute gratitude we say, and so it is. Amen. Yes. And I will see you guys next month, the second Sunday in July. I will be here now every second Sunday.
And it's that time to circle around.
Oh, hi. Okay, are you ready? I get to have the honors today. Repeat after me. We know who you truly are. We know who you truly are. You're a unique way that Spirit is expressing. You're a unique way that Spirit is expressing. We love you. I love you. We love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We thank God for you. We thank God for you. And welcome home. Yes, and remember right here and right now that we know that we are holding that vision for a place where peace that surpasses all understanding, that we walk out with that knowing in our hearts and in our minds, and that moves forward into our community, into the world, because we are that peace, we are that love. Let there be peace on earth. I know it begins with me. Yes, yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that expands through me. With God as our power, united all are we. And we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. Now, with every step I take, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and it begins with me. And so it is. Remember, if you want prayer, practitioners are up front. Otherwise, there's lots of yummy food in Friendship Hall.